We have covered the first part Saltanat Nukenova's story yesterday, including the beginning of her relationship with Kuandyk Bishimbayev, their background, and the night when everything changed forever. Tonight, we are continuing the investigation of the murder of Saltanat Nukenova and the final verdict of this tragic case. Welcome to the podcast, You Can't Unhear. After repeatedly insisting his innocence, Kuandyk demanded to see the CCTV footage. When the CCTV footage was finally restored and spread publicly, it clearly showed that what happened to Saltanat was an act of murder by her own husband. It was later revealed that Kuandyk had asked his friend, who owned Bao Restaurant, to delete all CCTV footage. Once this footage was recovered, Kuandyk could no longer maintain his story. Prosecutor Ayjan Imaganova explained the true chronology of events. That night, after the concert at Bao Restaurant, Kuandyk began insulting his wife and brought up all the items he had given her, especially jewellery. Saltanat, growing angry at these accusations, took off all her clothes except her underwear and jewellery. When she tried to call a taxi, Kuandyk forbade it and brought her back into the restaurant. From this point, investigators determined that Kuandyk became furious and started beating his wife. On the morning of November 9th at 6 a.m., a drunk Kuandyk took his wife out of the restaurant, but then brought her back inside and began brutally beating his wife. At 7:17 a.m., after they exited the elevator, Kuandyk was seen repeatedly hitting Saltanat's head area. After several blows, Saltanat fell to the floor and Kuandyk kicked her lower body 4 times. A terrified Saltanat locked herself in the toilet, but Kuandyk tried to damage the door with a long metal tripod. In the courtroom, the prosecutor showed evidence of the tripod Kuandyk used and the damage it caused. According to investigators, he pulled her out of the toilet and began punching and kicking her in the head and body, then began choking her until she lost consciousness. In other footage, Kuandyk was seen pulling Saltanat's hair, lifting her up and hitting her face multiple times, and choking her. During the beating in the restaurant hall, Saltanat appeared unable to resist at all. Kuandyk dragged his wife to VIP room number 1, and what happened inside remains unknown. At 8:08 a.m. that day, restaurant Hall C CTV footage showed Kuandyk emerging from the room shirtless, taking alcohol from the bar and re-entering the VIP room. At 9:27 a.m., Kuandyk exited the restaurant's middle area again. At 9:58 a.m., Bakhitsan arrived at the restaurant and saw that Saltanat was already helpless with many bloodstains on the floor. When Bakhitsan asked what happened, he was reportedly only told that Saltanat was heavily drunk and had fallen and hit herself multiple times in the toilet. Kuandyk kept telling his relative to get all staff out of the restaurant and asked for all CCTV footage to be deleted. Bakhitsan reportedly knew at that time that Kuandyk had killed Saltanat, but was forbidden from interfering. According to Bakhitsan, he was told that later at lunchtime, Saltanat would come back to life and everything would be fine. They waited for about 1 to 1.5 hours until approaching 4 p.m. Kuandyk re-entered the VIP room and reportedly said, "Why isn't Saltanat snoring anymore?" He called Bakhitsan, and when Bakhitsan entered, he was shocked to see Saltanat's body already cold with no pulse. They called an ambulance, describing Saltanat's condition. When the ambulance operator suggested artificial respiration, Bakhitsan couldn't perform it because Saltanat's jaw had stiffened. The ambulance arrived at 8 p.m. and upon examination, the officer determined that Saltanat had died about 6 to 8 hours earlier. Kuandyk then went to the kitchen, took a knife, and considered ending his own life. Bakitchan said that Kuandyk asked him to record a video to give to his family. The video was indeed recorded, with Kuandyk saying he would give everything he owned, money in his accounts and properties, to his 3 children and ex-wife. However, because the ambulance and police had arrived, he didn't follow through with ending his life and was taken into custody. During a continued trial, it was discovered that there were 12 videos on Kuandyk's phone taken on the night Saltanat was killed in the VIP room, on the street, and inside the car. Kuandyk had recorded these videos himself, and they clearly showed him insulting, yelling, questioning Saltanat about her relationship with an ex before marrying him, and beating her. The footage was shown in court, but not to the public because it was considered too painful and would have a negative impact on online viewers. In the recordings, Kuandyk sounded drunk as he interrogated his wife, repeatedly asking about cheating. He specifically asked about Raimbek Batalov, a famous Kazakh businessman who owns several well-known companies, demanding to know if she had slept with him or was his mistress. The interrogation was conducted with extremely harsh and inappropriate language. According to the judge, in the footage, Saltanat appeared to be wearing only a raincoat or black jacket with nothing else underneath. The interrogation in the video started on the 9th at 6:46 a.m. and ended at 8:24 a.m. In the video, he called his wife crude names related to Raimbek, demanded she admit to cheating, and called her various derogatory terms. When this footage from his phone was shown in court, Kuandyk claimed it was fake and that his phone had been hacked. This footage also proved something Kuandyk had previously said when taken by police car. He had mentioned that he and his wife argued because of a man who was 23 years older than her. This matched Raimbek, who was indeed 23 years older than Saltanat. However, in court, he acted as if he had amnesia about making such statements, claiming they didn't fight because of someone else, but because of the curses his wife hurled at him. There was another video showing Saltanat briefly lifting her shirt, revealing red fluid coming from her body and saying, "This will be evidence." However, when investigations were conducted in the car, toilet and VIP room of Bao restaurant, the shirt was never found. When questioned, both Kuandyk and Bakitchan claimed they never saw it and didn't know where it went. Because of this, they were suspected of concealing evidence by removing bloodstains and fingerprints at the crime scene using ammonia, though they denied this. They had removed fingerprints from the room, which was suspicious since they were the ones who called the ambulance, and their fingerprints would normally be expected in that room. When arrested, Kuandyk wasn't even wearing shoes, which seems strange for a wealthy person going to a restaurant. It appeared he had disposed of evidence without thinking clearly. After weeks of testimony, the court found Kuandyk Bishimbayev guilty. In May 2024, he was sentenced to 24 years in prison. Another defendant received a prison sentence for helping conceal the crime. But Saltanat's story didn't end with the verdict. Public outrage over the case sparked nationwide conversations about domestic violence. In April 2024, Kazakhstan strengthened its domestic violence laws, closing legal gaps that had long been criticized by advocates. The reforms became widely associated with Saltanat's name, ensuring her case would leave a lasting impact beyond the courtroom. This wasn't just the story of one murder. It was the story of warning signs, ignored bruises, silence, and a lie that nearly became the official version of history. If the CCTV had never been recovered, many people might still believe Saltanat simply slipped and fell. Sometimes justice begins when the truth refuses to stay hidden. Thanks for following this story with me. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe because this week we are doing a special series of The Belief Trap, where we unravel the stories about some of the world's most dangerous cults. I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.